Welcome back to Wordly Solo Wonders. Let's dive into the beauty of Antelope Canyon. Antelope Canyon is one of those places that is so mind-blowingly beautiful. It feels like you've landed on another planet. The wave-like red rock formations with beams of light cutting through just takes your breath away. And in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about planning your own visit. So let's get into it. Antelope Canyon is located in northeastern Arizona, about 20 minutes east of the town of Page. Upper Antelope Canyon is known for its sunlit beams that shoot down between the fins, creating a magical, almost otherworldly atmosphere, whereas Lower Antelope Canyon has smooth curves, more of a slot canyon feel, and can be explored during both the summer and winter seasons, at different times of day, which itself is about an hour and 45 minutes northeast of Las Vegas or 5.5 hours west of Grand Canyon National Park. This is the prime time for seeing the famous beams of light that make this place so famous. The soft morning light makes for great photography opportunities, but as the sun rises higher, the harsh shadows start coming back in, and then afternoon, the light starts to fade again. So the sweet spot is really mid-morning to early afternoon. If you're looking for things to do in the area, be sure to check out my travel guide for all of the top things to do around Page, Arizona. Summer months can be very hot and slippery, and although tours do run in the summer, I wouldn't recommend it due to safety concerns. There were a few other tour groups around, but our guide did a great job of taking us to spots that were less crowded. The tour operator even sent me a reminder email the day before with all the details that I needed to know. And the Navajo Nation has done a great job of managing tourism and protecting the environment. But our guide was there waiting for us with a sign, and he quickly ushered us onto the bus. And while there were a lot of steps, it wasn't difficult, and our guide made sure everyone was okay and gave us tips on how to make it easier. Once we were at the bottom, we started hiking through the canyon, and I was blown away by the beauty of the red rock formations and the beams of sunlight that were streaming through the narrow openings. That being said, I think the 2-hour tour is enough time to see the highlights of the canyon, and I would waste your money on the 4-hour tour. The smooth curves and slot canyon feel of the lower canyon make it a great place to explore and photograph no matter the time of year. Also, bring plenty of water and snacks as there is no food or drinks allowed inside the park. Overall, I thought the tour was a great value, and I would highly recommend it to anyone visiting the area. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more epic stories, and check out my travel guide for all of the top things to do around Page, Arizona. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. The ride over to the trailhead was about 20 minutes. And our guide gave us some information about the canyon and the Navajo Nation along the way. Everyone was very respectful of the space, and no one was allowed to go off the beaten path. Instead, the best time to visit would be October through April, when the water levels are lower. We also learned about the Navajo culture and their beliefs about the canyon, which added a spiritual and cultural dimension to the experience. The soft, even lighting in the morning works best for photography, but any time between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. should be fine. Our guide was super friendly and knowledgeable and took us to all the best spots. He also knew exactly when to get us there to catch the best lighting conditions. And he even let us stay longer at the last stop to watch the sunset, which was beautiful. Plus, he taught us about the history, culture, and geology of the area. Overall, I learned a lot and had an incredible experience. The easiest way to get there is by car, though the nearest airports are in Las Vegas or Flagstaff, Arizona. The 2-hour tour only goes to the first few viewpoints and doesn't go into the main chamber, where the most famous beams of light occur. Now, while these beams of light are definitely worth seeing, I don't think it's worth spending more money for the 4-hour tour to see them. Instead, the 2-hour tour provides plenty of time to take photos and explore without feeling rushed. And besides, the cost of the tours is already pretty expensive, and you'll still have to pay for parking separately. From Las Vegas, I recommend flying into McCarran International Airport and renting a car from here. There is a $5 parking fee to access the trailhead, and then the tour itself costs around $75. All of this adds up, so plan accordingly. Tours are required to follow strict guidelines to protect the canyon, including only walking on designated paths, no flash photography, and no loud noises. Remember to be respectful of this when visiting. It's about a 2-hour drive. Or if you fly into Flagstaff, it's about an hour and 45-minute drive. There are 2 main parts to Antelope Canyon: Upper Antelope Canyon and Lower Antelope Canyon, each offering a unique experience. While you can technically hike down into Antelope Canyon yourself, I highly recommend joining a tour instead, as they will take you right to the best viewpoints, have the best equipment, and provide fun facts about the history and geology of the area. You can find some of the best tours right on Viator, or if you want to see if there is any discounts available, check the description below. Antelope Canyon is a sacred place for the Navajo people who hold many spiritual ceremonies here and consider it a living entity. Upper Antelope Canyon is best visited in the spring and summer months, and ideally mid-morning to late afternoon when the sun is high in the sky and shining directly into the canyon. Lower Antelope Canyon, on the other hand, is best visited in the fall and winter months. There are two main tours available for Upper Antelope Canyon, a 2-hour tour or a 4-hour tour. And while we're talking about costs, overall, you can expect to spend about $80 on the tour alone, not including gas, food, souvenirs, and other activities. The tour was amazing. As for the crowds, it wasn't too bad. You can book a tour right on Viator. I'll leave a link in the description below. And I got confirmation right away after booking online. The day of the tour, I arrived at the visitor center a little early and was surprised to see how busy it was. When we arrived at the trailhead, we had to walk down a steep hill to get to the canyon floor. Our guide took us to some of the most picturesque spots in the canyon and explained the geology and history of the area. After about 2 hours, we finished the tour and made our way back up the hill to the visitor center. If you want to see Upper Antelope Canyon, I would definitely try to go during the summer months when the sun is higher in the sky and the beams of light are more visible. Lower Antelope Canyon, on the other hand, is best visited in the fall and winter months when the water levels are lower and the light is softer. Regardless of which canyon you visit, be sure to wear comfortable shoes as there will be a fair amount of walking and stair climbing involved. Finally, remember that the Navajo people consider Antelope Canyon to be a sacred place, so be respectful of their culture and beliefs when visiting. So what do you think? Would you add Antelope Canyon to your bucket list? Let me know in the comments below.